Welcome back to the channel Starseekers, where today we're going to be taking a look at Descenders, an off-road freestyle cycling game where you hit the dirt on two wheels and have to race, slide, flip and spin your way from the top to the bottom of procedurally generated bike tracks, traversing forests and fields, deserts and mountaintops as you attempt to rack up rep in this unusual blend of racing and roguelike. The game has been a major hit on Steam since its release back in May 2019 and has just been ported to the Switch. So let's ride on into this review and take a look at what the game has to offer. So upon beginning your journey in Descenders, you're dropped into a free roam hub-like area where you're able to practice your skills prior to selecting a game mode. And if you're connected to the internet, this area will then populate with other players and you'll be able to see them riding around. Now Descenders has a number of different game modes available for you to play, but the main one we'll be focusing on at first will be the game's career mode. Upon starting a new career session, you're first able to select which biome you want to start in, but to begin with only the highlands will be unlocked to you. Now tracks in Descenders are randomly generated and based around three main parameters, these being steepness, curves and stunts. And the first track you face upon beginning a new biome will always be a balance between the three. Now the basic objective in tracks is to descend from the top to the bottom, earning points or reputation as it's known in game by riding fast and performing tricks and slides. Controls in the game are pretty straightforward, hold ZR to accelerate, ZL to brake and use the left thumbstick to steer. And when hitting tight corners you can tilt the right thumbstick to skid around them, which will earn you some bonus rep in the process. So the steepness and curves parameters are pretty self-explanatory, but the stunt parameter affects the number of obstacles you're likely to encounter on a track for you to traverse or perform stunts on. These come in many different forms, from basic dirt mounts or wood ramps, to loop-the-loops and winding wood bridges, and each biome contains its own unique obstacles for you to test your skills on. The controls for performing stunts are similar to those found in Skate or some snowboarding games. Holding downward on the right thumbstick and then flicking it upwards performs an ollie, and doing this off ramps will give you some decent air time. While in the air you can then perform spins and flips by tilting the left thumbstick in different directions, and you can also add additional flourishes to your tricks such as no-handers or supermen by holding the L button along with a direction on the right thumbstick. So there are a number of different gameplay elements in Descenders career sessions which give it a sort of roguelike format. Firstly, you have lives seen in the top left corner. Each tumble or bale that you take costs a life, with harder smashes costing multiple lives, and if you run out of lives, the run is over. But each track also has a randomly selected bonus objective, which when completed will grant you an extra life. After completing your first track, you're then taken to the map screen comprised of interconnected nodes. Each node on the map features randomly selected track parameters, and in addition to standard nodes, you also have a number of different special nodes. These include helmet cam nodes where you're locked into a first person perspective for the track, medic camp nodes which award you with an additional life when you complete them, fire nodes which double your rep gain but cause twice the number of lives to be lost on bales, and sponsor tracks where you can attempt to impress and obtain a sponsor, each of which focuses on one of the three track parameters. Once you have a sponsor, you can then complete daily sponsor tasks to increase your rank with them and unlock additional clothing to customize your character with. Now as you complete nodes and obtain enough rep in your run, you also unlock crew members to assist you, which are essentially perks which last until the run ends. These perks can modify tracks, increasing or reducing the parameters, modify the map nodes by preventing modifiers or allowing you to scout nodes further ahead, or provide perks to your rider, increasing things like your jump height and rotation speed, or reduce your landing impact or wheel wobble whilst riding at high speed. So the objective of each biome in a career session is to work your way to the boss node and complete the boss jump in it to move on to the next biome. How you get there though is up to you, and you can complete as many or as few nodes as you like, but the sun will eventually go down, making it really difficult to see the track ahead of you. The standard career session mode contains 4 biomes, and while you initially have to work your way through them in order, by completing the bonus objectives on a biome's boss node 3 times, you'll then be able to start new career sessions from later biomes. There's some decent variety with these biomes, with track layouts and stunts becoming progressively more difficult to navigate. Your runs in career session will end when either you run out of lives or complete the final biome, and after this your score will be displayed and you'll often unlock new bikes or clothing options which you can then customise your appearance with by heading to the hub area's shed, and there appears to be a ton of different options to unlock, including bikes, helmets, goggles, clothing and a whole host of accessories. So upon obtaining a 100k rep, you'll also then unlock Career Plus mode, which adds another 4 biomes to the game, providing even more challenging environments for you to navigate through. Unlocking access to the biomes also enables you to play them in freeride mode, where you're able to generate a custom track by modifying its general parameters, selecting the biome, time of day, and activating any crew members which you've unlocked in career sessions. In addition to the single player offline mode, you can also play online with up to 4 other players. These online game modes include standard life-based career sessions or casual ones without lives, though you get no reward for these, or single race sessions in any of your unlocked biomes. I played a casual career session online with random players who were able to hop in and out of the game, and things seemed pretty stable throughout bar a few minor frame rate issues. Now if you're up for a challenge, you can also check out the game's bike parks, which feature wipeout style obstacle courses for you to navigate through, but I'm not gonna lie to you, all 3 of the ones that I played were just ridiculously hard. While I think they should be reasonably challenging, they should also be fun, which they weren't, and I struggled to even get past the first obstacle in most of them. But apparently these get changed out every so often, so I might find one eventually that I can actually do. So in all, I did have a decent amount of fun playing Descenders. It has some interesting and unique gameplay mechanics, but it wasn't free from its fair share of issues. To start with, whilst I enjoyed the way in which tracks always presented different layouts thanks to the random generation, this also sometimes left them lacking the overall quality and uniqueness that handcrafted tracks often possess. I also found that the parameters sometimes cause tracks to become too extreme. Now the game pushes you to go fast and do stunts, but often your character gains too much speed or hits jumps that are impossible to land, and it left me wishing for a little less realism and a bit more of that old school Tony Hawk style gameplay. I think the biggest thing Descenders would benefit from is more game modes like straight up races to the finish line or other forms of score attack mode. And whilst you can enter seeds to replay career session layouts, I think having the ability to save single track layouts that you encounter and being able to replay them at any time would be a welcome addition. Now when it comes to Descenders visuals, as you can see from the footage, it's clear that there have been a lot of sacrifices made to get the game running on the Switch, and I wouldn't watch PC or PS4 footage of the game and expect the same from the Switch port. In order to maintain performance, biome foliage has been stripped back, leaving some of them feeling pretty barren, textures of different resolutions frequently pop in and out, and draw distances are very limited, especially when it comes to trees and buildings. But even with all these sacrifices, I did still have some frame rate issues occasionally. Audio wise, we get some standard sound effects and a soundtrack consisting of around 7 different drum and bass tracks, which were all pretty catchy and worked well as general background music. Overall, Descenders is not bad. There's plenty of potential for it to grow, but I think a lot of this will come from having an online community for the game and taking on career sessions with friends. While the procedurally generated tracks means an unlimited number of track layouts, I'm not quite sure how long they'll hold your attention for when all you're doing is score chasing like a Billy No Mates. So now we come to rating Descenders. Now I rate games between 1 and 5 stars, with a shovelware stamp of approval reserved for the worst games on the eShop. This rating is based on my own personal opinion on the quality and quantity of a title's gameplay, and whether I feel it offers value for money to potential buyers. For a rating, I'd give Descenders 3 out of 5 stars. While the Switch port lacks the visual quality of its PC counterpart, there's still plenty to enjoy with Descenders, and hopefully it gathers a decent online community to keep you playing. You can get Descenders from the UK Switch eShop for £19.99 or from the US eShop for $24.99. Alternatively, the game's also available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Steam. And that's it for this review of Descenders. Hit that like button if it helped you out, and let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. I want to say a special thanks to my patrons for their ongoing support, and if you're interested in becoming a patron, you can find a link in this video's description. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified of future Nintendo Switch reviews and content, and jump onto the Starseekers Discord server to join its growing community. For now though, I just want to thank you all once again for watching, and until next time, take care and game on.